played an interesting part on Fringe because we were first introduced to your character as the alt character.
Right.
So kind of what was the experience like joining the show already in progress and kind of being introduced into that aspect of the show?
When you do a show as a guest star, people usually, it's like, this is a terrible analogy, but it's like going to war and people don't want to make friends with the new recruits because they're just going to
of course.
And so this group wasn't like that. When I came in, people were very welcoming and really embraced me and had me be part of the show. And then when I kept coming back, that paid off because there was no bad blood. But in season 3, when I started recurring, I started to feel like part of the family and was really enjoying doing all of it. And then when they created our side, I was elated to get to play 2 parts. And then when I joined the show as a regular in season 4, it was the best. And to get to jump back and forth between the 2 characters was really fun, especially having them be in scenes together.
Yeah, I mean, minus the bacon. I know you mentioned the bacon incident was a little bit difficult.
The bacon incident, yeah.
Well, I mean, looking back at your time in Fringe, is there any episode in particular that you really feel kind of stands out the most to you?
Let's see, the episode in season 4 where Peter and I cross over and infiltrate the DOD and get caught, that was a really fun one because that's where I really felt like it was tough when Peter wasn't around because when I was Lincoln, if I had a lot to do, I felt like, oh, people aren't going to like this. I'm just taking screen time away from him. But when we got to work together, we hit it off really well and had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
And so it was probably one of the easiest episodes to shoot because I had so much fun with everyone.
They had good bromance.
Bromance, yeah.
I mean, they did. It was an adorable little relationship they had.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I have to ask, because you are here, is there, what would you like to see of Lincoln in 2036?
Lincoln in 2036, what would that be like? I would hope that he's matured. For me, I'm really into like Carl Jung and Jungian archetypes and stuff like that, so I see the characters as a process of integration. And when I saw the alt universe Lincoln die, I wanted our side's Lincoln, who felt insecure and not confident about himself, to take all of these strengths that Lincoln had and integrate them into his personality. And I think that the promise that gets made when he's crossing over at the bridge with the alternate Olivia is that he is going to man up and be with this woman and have a happy life. And so if we were to see him again in the future, I would want to see him be just a man.
Part of me feels like what this show is waiting for at this point is to have 2036 Lincoln and Olivia come in and just kick some ass.
Yeah.
They're needed to kick some service.
Like ninja.
I mean, because it'd be funny to see them. You would assume they might have aged. So to see what kind of wisdom they might have at this point would be fun.
Yeah, and to see what happens to fringe agents when they're older. I mean, they've had so many experiences. What does that do to you? There's no choice but to be badass.